Hi guys, welcome to ProfoundRadio. I am Shannon.
I am Silven.
And I am Kaleb.
And I'm Mapal here from Asylum 10. I am in the Hilton right now. Woo!
Yay!
So, how's everybody today?
Awesome! I passed my art finals. Fabulous.
Yes. I'm doing good. I didn't do anything awesome, but I'm good.
I am stressed out because I'm hosting the show today.
Relax, Shannon. Let's all support Shannon because it's his first time doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. So, someone's echoing, so that might be me.
Yeah.
I should probably put on my headphones.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? Kaleb, shut up. Okay.
Oh, wait, I actually did do something. I turned the whole ProfoundRadio team into demons.
Oh yes, Kaleb did a really fabulous thing. You should all go to his blog and check it out because it's beautiful.
Okay. So I don't know how I'm supposed to start this, but I guess we should first start out with we're going to dedicate this episode of ProfoundRadio to Jared's sister, who we found out was the one,
Sweetie
not
Genevieve.
Jared's sister, Jen's sister, Sarah,
Yeah.
who was in the car crash that Jared had to go home for.
Yeah.
So
Just
we
guys.
Oh, go ahead, Sylvan.
We'd just like to direct prayers and good thoughts to the Cortez family. We're very much hoping that everything is going to turn out fine, but we do know that she's still in hospital, and we would just like everyone to send good thoughts their way, and that we are very much sympathizing.
Mm-hmm. They all say they can still hear echoes.
Yeah, it's probably because the Skype is so loud.
Yeah, I'm definitely not echoing because I'm wearing headphones.
Yeah, I'm wearing headphones too.
I can't be echoing, guys. It's impossible.
Yeah, sorry guys, that's my fault. We're doing this all from my computer, and it's just...
Oh.
Where's your headphones?
I'm trying to untangle my headphones because they're crappy Apple headphones. Okay, so...
Shannon's getting his headphones, so just hold on, guys.
Technical difficulties, yay!
Yay.
I knew this would happen.
Oh, I also did another thing. I wrote my very first meta.
Yes! We're very proud of you.
Crowley and his loneliness.
Okay, I'm almost got these things done. Jesus Christ,
Yes.
this is a disaster. Oh God.
Okay, so, guys, while Shannon is entangling his headphones, let me just take over the agenda a little bit. So, today we have some news. Then, as always, we are going to do a review of episode 23, and then we're going to do some speculations for season 9, and then we are going to, like we always do, answer viewer questions. Tom says, yay, grass and pop in your military. Thank you, Tom.
Yep, thank you.
Yeah, I was really proud of him when he...
Just say sorry about my in and out. If I walk anywhere away from the lobby, apparently I lose internet, so... Okay.
Yeah, guys, please forget, like, the Asylum 10 thing is really rocky because Mapal has to do it from her phone, so if you hear her cutting out, then it's just most likely the hotel's crappy internet's fault.
Yeah. Maple's gonna be very unpredictable today, so just bear with us.
I'm unpredictable anyway. I'm
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Almost
So
done.
let's dive right into it, shall we?
Yes. So, Shannon, are you not done yet?
I am putting my headphones on, and I'm connecting them, and things should be perfect and dandy.
Okay, great.
Have you plugged them in yet?
Wait, if I plug them in, then no one else will hear you guys because the mic that I have is currently working with the live stream, so that's not good. The mic is connected to my computer.
Ah.
Oh, shoot.
Hold on, let's ask these guys. Are they still echoing?
Are we still echoing, guys?
Guys, are we still echoing?
No echo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Still echo? Shit. Damn it.
Yeah, still echo. Oh, damn.
Hold on, let me see if I can turn your...
I'm not getting an echo on this end, but I mean, you've got a lot of background noise on my end, but that's just, you know, Asylum 10, as you do.
Okay. Sorry, guys. This is always... I should have realized it would mess up on me.
Oh, it's okay.
It can't be bad with my cost for the finale party. I mean, that was the monumental probably history of ProfoundRadio. It's just...
Oh, come on. It wouldn't be ProfoundRadio without technical difficulties.
Yeah, it's on you this week, Shannon. I'm having technical difficulty after technical difficulty.
Everyone in the chat's being really nice.
Yeah, our listeners are amazing, by the way. You guys are always so patient with us because, we do have screw-ups occasionally.
Just blame the fact that I don't have a really good mic and I really don't know how to do very much. Oh, someone's tuning out. Crap. Okay. There has to be a way we can fix this, and I'll try to fix it while I'm here. So you guys just go and try and talk as slow as you possibly can so people can understand everything.
Yeah, okay. So, on the news this time, we now know that Garth will be in Season 9, which means that he is indeed not dead. He is just, in fact, missing, which personally makes me very happy because I love DJ Qualls. He's really awesome, and I really love the character of Garth because he just brings this sort of positivity, but with a complex twist on the table, and I just really enjoy that. What about you guys?
Are we talking about Garth?
Yeah.
Garth was hilarious the very first time I saw him, and I was kind of disappointed that he sort of disappeared from the face of the earth this season, but I'm happy he's coming back. I want to see... I can't wait to figure out why exactly he's disappeared, because even the characters in the show have talked about it. They're like, what is he doing? So I want to know what he's been doing this whole time.
With me, and I'm kind of... I've got mixed feelings about Garth. When I first saw him, I didn't think he was funny. I kind of just thought, like, that he was really annoying.
Oh, come on.
DJ's amazing. He signed my shirt with This Is Sexy with DJ Qualls.
Oh, wow, that is so lovely.
Okay, sorry guys. I'm trying to see if the volume will make them stop echoing, which is why you're hearing that clicking sound.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. Just take your time, sort it out. We'll talk through it.
Yeah, would you like some Asylum 10 updates while you wait?
Sure.
Yes, sure, no, please.
Well, today I actually managed to hit the Niche panel, and I'm on, like, the third row. And, yeah, do you want one with me here? I've got Blue Box Parchment here with me. Because we're both really cool. And this would be absolutely intolerable if it weren't for her. But yeah, I got a woo. I said, hi, I'm Mapal from ProfoundRadio. And they were like, woo! That was interesting. But then we had a few... What did Nisha do? We talked about penetration.
We did talk about penetrating hell.
Yeah.
And how Cass was going to get some in Season 9.
Yeah,
and someone shouted, "You love Steve!" And no one commented on it.
No. But apparently Cass has to get his game on, apparently. That was in response to my question.
We did briefly talk about losing the trench coat in Season 9. And Cass maybe getting a new wardrobe.
Yeah. He kind of loves and hates the coat, apparently, so...
Guys, they can't hear you.
Yeah, guys, also they didn't understand.
Okay, so get a bit closer, like, we're really close now. Can you hear us now?
Can you hear us now?
No, I think it's the lag. I think
it's the lag or the echo.
We'll try moving over to a bit of a quiet part of the lobby.
Hey, I'm gonna try putting in my headphones and seeing if they can still hear you guys.
Yeah, you should do that.
Okay. Test it now. Can you hear us?
don't think they can hear you guys. Can you hear them?
Guys, can you hear us? Well, yeah, you can hear us during the call.
Yeah, they're trying to sort out the live stream now.
Can you hear?
Can you hear us all, guys?
Brenda says they can hear us.
Oh, they can hear me.
People say only Shannon.
Only Shannon.
Oh no.
Only Shannon.
Ah, disaster. Welcome to Profound Radio.
It wouldn't be Profound Radio without.
Wait, they say they can hear us.
Wait, you say it's
They
better.
hear
Yay! Yes. Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Can they hear us both? Can they hear us? Are we a bit clearer
Yes,
now? Because we're
yes,
from the.
awesome.
You got it started.
Yes,
Okay.
guys, we're so
Yes,
we're so
repeat
sorry for the
everything you
technical difficulties, y'all.
Sorry.
So yeah, but
Penetrating hell.
yeah, penetrating hell. Cass might get a new wardrobe. Cass has to get his game on now. He's human because he can't just be basically a genderless asexual being apparently.
He talked about Vicky for a bit.
He nearly cried talking about Vicky, and then
He got very personal and very oversharey during the talk about Vicky.
You didn't hear about Osric's coffee lounge.
No,
Osric
I
was
did not
talking
hear.
about his bowel movements in his coffee lounge. That was interesting. But yeah, Misha actually ended up being carried off stage, like physically, two men lifting him by his legs.
and carried him off. And then he
because-
ran back on to say goodbye.
Yeah, because he wouldn't get off the stage, so they're just like, oh, we're just gonna carry him off, and I'm just like, okay. So that's basically Misha's panel. It was just a load of random stuff. But no, everyone's all like, oh, so Cass getting his game on means he'll sleep with a girl or something. And I'm just like, no, not necessarily. So we'll see.
No,
We'll see how that goes.
it was definitely ambiguous.
It was neutral and unambiguous.
Yeah,
So,
there was no mention of anything other than Cass should probably get his game on. So
it was like with Dean. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much that. He just kept talking about his penis in his coffee lounge. So
yeah,
that
it was
a bit-
literally how many times can you talk about your penis in half an hour?
So that's that. So we've filled a bit of time there. So we'll just like hang around and you guys can like carry on and we'll stop giving you really weird background noise.
Yeah.
But if anyone's listening, if anyone is actually listening and they are at Asylum 10, you should like come find us in the lobby. We're just loitering around.
Yep.
So we'll see you guys in a little bit. I'll mute us now. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Shannon, you're kind of silent. Can you make yourself louder?
I will try. It might just be because of the headphones. I don't know.
Oh, it's better now. It's good.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
It's a little.
Let's ask people on the
Try leaning. Yeah, try leaning into your mic when you're about to talk, like up, right up. Look.
Okay, can everyone hear me? I sound muffled?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay, hold on. It might be because of the mixer. I might have to mess with the mixer again. If you guys are wondering what that thing is that keeps on popping up on the
You
screen,
sound
that's the
muffled,
sound
but
mixer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, now you sound great.
I do?
Yeah, you sound fine.
Okay, what do you guys think?
You sound way better now.
I think you sound fine.
Why does the world hate me?
Yeah.
Oh, people are saying
Fun
it's cool
sway.
now.
Yeah, it's
How's
cool
your
now.
voice?
Okay, so, let's just continue on with the agenda because we're getting a lot of distractions here. So, apparently Jodie is alive because Kim Rhodes tweeted that she does not yet know if Jodie is dead or alive, but she's crossing her fingers and hoping for more. So, we do not definitively know, but, you know, we don't know that she's dead either, so it's Schrodinger's Jodie, you know.
Yeah, I really don't think she died.
I really hope she didn't die, because she's such a wonderful character, and I'm really hoping that they'll bring her back in season 9, maybe, because she's lovely.
I remember watching the episode, and I got so freaking apprehensive when Jodie was like choking on the floor. I was like, Zach and Cody's mom, no!
I remember! I heard you doing that!
I couldn't deal with it. I was like, if they kill her off, I'm genuinely going to stop watching the episode because I did not want her to die.
Oh, come on. But yeah.
I'm pretty positive she's alive. I'm really positive.
I'm pretty positive too, because Crowley did make his point And he is not exactly the type of character who would do these things just for the purpose of doing them, if you get what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
He's a villain, alright, but, you know, he does these things to achieve certain purposes and to make certain points. And when he's done making the point, he's really... I don't really think he would just continue on randomly.
I really want to know how Jody and Crowley know each other, because it seemed like they had a pretty past, like, way back, like, before Jody
I think they were, I think they were dating, like, I think they were doing, maybe like a blind date or a speed date type thing. Yes. Sorry.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm moving.
Okay.
I'm wandering away, don't worry. Yeah, I think what I gathered was they were doing like a speed date, blind date type thing, like maybe out of a newspaper, but I don't know. That's what
possibly.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I felt.
Exactly what Elizabeth Webb said. eHarmony.
Yes, it did look exactly like that, which is a good warning for everyone. Don't go on dating website. You might meet the king of hell.
Are you saying that is that supposed to be something keeping us off of dating websites?
Oh, well, yeah, I don't know, because when I was watching, I was like, I want to go on a date with Crowley.
People were saying, can you imagine Crowley's dating profile?
Occupation, king of hell, LOL.
Oh, yeah, I agree with Elizabeth Webb. They totally met on Christian Mingle.
Christian
right.
Mingle.
And another big news today that's really awesome. Supernatural has been moved to Tuesday nights.
Yesterday was Tuesday, but today is Tuesday too.
So,
by the way,
yeah.
Just quickly, guys, was talking to Bisha in his coffee lounge, and apparently he called CW or the Warner Bros. Thing misogynistic, and now like all Spoiler TV and stuff are publishing that and saying, oh wow, Misha thinks the network's misogynistic, like grossly misogynistic. Apparently he doesn't, and he would like us to spread that he wears Warner Bros. Underwear, and he actually really loves them. Because apparently he said he hasn't signed his Season 9 contract yet, so there is actually time for them to go back on it if they fall out with him. So, yeah, just... he's not misogynistic.
I didn't get to hear that because my cousin was scratching at my door like a little skank. So, someone please tell me what I missed.
Someone else can do it because I've got background noise, so...
Yeah.
What happened? What happened? Tell me. Fill me in.
So apparently, did I get that right? That Misha was saying that the CW was misogynistic, but then he asked you not to say that because he hasn't signed his contract yet.
Basically, he said once in an interview that it was misogynistic. He said it was a misogynistic show, which it is.
Yeah.
It can be anyway. But apparently now. But now it's sort of been a bit blown out of proportion by these like TV sites online.
I remember.
So he's like, if everyone could just not block those basically and spread that he wears Warner Bros. Underpants because he loves them that much.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, this is a good example, by the way, of how quotes get taken out of context and get blown up a lot, which I feel happens pretty much every con weekend, doesn't it? Every damn con weekend.
Con season.
Yeah.
Con season is so stressful. I can't, like, my brain during conventions is just so fried because of all the crap that goes on. Like in J-Con really messed me up. I was like so close to leaving the fandom. I'm so glad Silent Kin and JibCon were better than that because I just
Yeah.
Though I am gonna say the Supernatural does have a big tendency to be very misogynistic sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same...
Oh, go ahead, Silven.
Yeah, how should I put it? It is a problem with the whole industry and with our whole environment, I feel, not in particular with Supernatural trying to be assholes. Like, yes, there are problematic things, and there are very problematic tropes, but to fix those problematic tropes, we gotta fix the whole thing. if it makes any sense. We gotta fix society before we manage that, by which I don't mean that we shouldn't critique those things. We absolutely should. But, you know, screaming at people like they're trying to, you know, eat us or be mean on purpose, it often doesn't work.
You have to treat it as a whole, not just this specific TV show.
Exactly,
it's like it's an entire society problem.
Yeah, and it's the thing that gets unnoticed often is that you can absolutely do those things without being an asshole. If pardon my French, because it's the difference. People often can't tell the difference between fucking up like that, whether it's misogyny or it's homophobia or if it's anything, and being an actual asshole, which does not make the mistake any better, but it makes a difference in how you treat the person while trying to correct them. Because there's very much this thing that where if TPTB treat anything the least, you know, with even the smallest insensitivity, there are these, you know, there's a shitstorm going on in fandom basically trying to convince you that they are all terrible, terrible assholes and that they hate you. But the thing is, one can happen without the other. They don't have to be assholes, and they can screw up with any kind of intolerance and any kind of insensitivity.
Alright, so the next thing is Osric's tweet.
Which tweet?
Did you guys see that tweet?
Which tweet?
Which tweet?
Dean is confused at Cupid's choice. So much to read into that one. I'll leave that to you.
I think Osric's learning how to be a freaking troll from Misha. That's what I think is going on.
Osric is learning to be a troll from Misha, and we do know for a fact that Carolyn is doing everything that is in her power to turn Osric into a Destiel shipper.
Oh yeah, I don't know if all of our people here know that. Carolyn has said that she will die trying to make Osric a Destiel shipper.
Yes.
I think he's slowly getting there, but
yes.
I just missed the part of his coffee lounge where he was talking about the tweet, but I'm not sure what he really. I don't think he really said much about it, to be honest. But he had to watch the finale before he came here. It's pretty much spoils everybody. So so yeah, but he's only on. I think he's just finished season 1 though. I think so. He's progressing slowly.
I love it that he's actually watching the show now. Like, that's amazing.
I'm just waiting for when he gets to season 4 and 5.
Oh.
I love watching his slow descent into madness just because it's hilarious to see him sort of like comment on how much the show has changed. Like, in seasons 1, 2, and 3, the show was really focused on being horrifying, and now it's just heartbreaking. And then I remember one tweet when he first started out was like, wow, the Supernatural's really changed. It was something about how freaking horrifying the first few episodes were. It was hilarious.
Yeah. And, by the way, if you guys haven't checked his Twitter lately, absolutely do it, because he's live tweeting his marathon, and it's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious.
Apparently his favourite episode is Faith, by the way, so far.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently he cried several times.
Yeah, it's an amazing episode.
Apparently someone asked Osric if he said Bloody Mary 3 times in a mirror, and he said hell no, so...
Oh, and anyone who wants to contact Carolyn or just say how cool she is, it's octoswan.tumblr.com. No dashes, no underscores, just Octoswan.
You should all come to her ass box and tell her how awesome she is, and tell her that Profound Radio sent you.
Yeah.
Okay. So, who wants to dive right into episode 23? If you guys haven't seen Mapal's reaction video, you should go to the Profound Radio Tumblr and watch it.
I'm just like, I told you so! Oh, and then I'm just hyperventilating halfway through. I can tell you now though, like most people at this convention haven't recovered. I have a few people here now. I'm just going to quickly go. Hey guys, have you recovered from the finale yet?
No, not really.
No. Have you recovered?
Hell no.
Hell no. Have you recovered?
No.
Have you recovered from the finale yet? I'm on ProfoundRadio. Have you recovered from the finale yet? No.
Are you just asking?
Don't
random
even ask me
people
that
on
question.
the
It is
street?
impossible to recover from that.
That's the general fandom reaction.
There we go.
Feels.
So many feels. Ask us when season 9 starts, and we may have started.
But I've got a group of cool people I'm chilling with. So this is the ProfoundRadio lounge at Asylum tent. So,
I thought you were just picking up random people in the lobby and just being like,
No.
The finale, I'm like, Mapal, stop creeping.
I'm not that much of a creep. But yeah, everyone should watch my reaction video. It's just me hyperventilating and shouting at Shannon, so...
Oh yeah, me and Mapal, we got into some fights. It almost got bloody while we were watching.
Just like, shut up, Shannon, and you, Kaleb. No, don't gang up on me. It's just
It's amazing.
I was just like, the part of the episode that I watched with them, I was just like wailing over Crowley most of the time. I was like making this miserable little sounds over everything that was happening to him. Just, yes.
Crowley girl.
Oh, yes, Crowley girl, so much. But anyway, I feel like it's one of those episodes where so many things have happened on so many levels where you don't even know which side to tackle it from first, and...
What?
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at Andy's message because says, at least I fed the people I shouted at because he had a party and he cooked everything.
With me and I feel like that episode really set the par for all the other supernatural season finales, because that season finale was well done. It had good effects. It had the acting in that episode was spot on for every single character.
Everyone did a phenomenal job.
I remember sitting there. I actually felt sad for Crowley, and Crowley really grinded my gears last episode. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, my general feel of the finale is that, and kind of overview of the season, it's that Jeremy Carver has truly rebooted the whole show, and he has done it in the best way possible, because he left all the best things intact, while giving it a new setup and fixing the mess that happened in Season 7, because if you look at it, we now have it's an almost clean new setup, except with the right backstory that sets it up for a very good arc, I feel. And just that episode was outstanding on all the levels.
Obviously, Carver hasn't been perfect. Carver and the team hasn't been perfect this season, but they have been pretty phenomenal compared to the last two seasons. This show hasn't been this good since pre-season 6 and 7, simply because Carver was around in Season 3 and Season 4 and Season 5. He was there to see all the good things and to know what the fans want. And Gamble was there from the beginning, but she really went off base with what made the show, in my opinion. Go ahead, Kate.
Yeah. Like I keep saying, this is the first season where I have been excited every single week. With every episode, it never stops. I'm like, no, this is the best episode. No, this is it. No, this is it. And then, the finale happened, I'm like, this is the episode. It's like, it gets better and better and better and better.
And better, yes.
I feel like the reason is because, in Season 6, there was so much going on every single time. It just got exhausting. First, Cass is evil. Oh, no, he's not. Yes, he is. No, he's not. Purgatory, Crowley, vampires, alphas. And then she did all of this crap in Season 6. She literally had nothing to do in Season 7. Except those freaking Leviathans. And the Leviathans were the most boring villains I had ever seen in Supernatural ever. They weren't scary. They made me laugh.
The only good thing that ever came out of Season 7, in my opinion, was Charlie.
Yeah.
I feel, but you gotta also think, another good thing that came out of Season 7 was the fact that Dean got sent to Purgatory. The main thing, as much as I didn't like the storylines that Gamble she did add some pretty awesome stuff to the mythology. She added purgatory. She added, she gave a lot more arcs towards monsters, even though the arcs didn't really get explored, and towards the end it mainly was just about vampires. Anyways, it was sort of, she opened a lot of doors that she should have explored on her own, but she couldn't, and she just ended the season in a terrible way. She ended both of her seasons in a terrible way. Like, I hated...
And I also...
Oh, go ahead.
You go. You were in the middle of something.
I was about to say, I hated that Godsteel wasn't the main bad guy in Season 7.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I feel like they should have used Godsteel so much more than just what they did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you remember Edlin saying that if he did the whole Godsteel arc, then they would have started Season 7 with the world where Castiel is God and there are giant statues of him in every city.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
It's one of the things that I am just dying to know what it would have been like if Edlund was actually responsible for it, and if he was given the opportunity, considering the fact that he wrote so many of my favorite episodes, just the things he could have done with an evil Cass.
A godlike evil Cass.
A godlike evil Cass, yes.
I do agree with Nami-chan, though, even though it was a lot of wasted potential with Godsteel, you gotta admit, the fandom would have gotten really pissed, because in the end, Castiel probably wouldn't have survived. He probably would have ended up getting killed, and that would have pissed a lot of fans off. So I guess I can kind of see, see why they didn't really go the full way with it, but still.
Well, I wouldn't want them to go. I wouldn't want them to go the full way, but just a little bit more than what they did would have been cool.
Okay, I think we got a little off topic.
Yeah.
Episode 23.
Well, as it happens. Well, it's just because there's so much in that episode, so yeah.
Now, the first thing I want to talk about is catching Crowley. Am I the only one who felt like that was sort of little anticlimactic? I don't know if I like that.
Honestly, I was so freaking amused during that whole scene, because first it's like, handcuffs, punch, I'm like, what are you doing? You know? But it was,
when they caught Crowley, I was sitting in my room. I'm pretty sure Maple and Kaleb could probably remember, but I was sitting in my room, and when they caught Crowley, I was like, oh my god, they got him! I cannot believe it! Yes! I got very excited over that entire thing, just because Crowley deserves it. After all that he's done this season to them, he deserved it. As much as I love Crowley as a villain, like, love to hate him as a villain, it was just, I remember just feeling so elated when they finally got him in those handcuffs. I was like, yeah.
Though, I guess it is...
Killing Sarah.
I guess it is sort of ironic that they had all of these big, elaborate traps before, but this one is just literally that simple.
Yeah. But it was amusing, but I do get why they did it exactly like that, is because they had a lot of things to do in that episode. They really couldn't have a proper, you know, they couldn't turn it into a long chase. They just needed them to be there. Like, to catch Crowley fast and just start on the whole thing.
Okay, how's my mic now?
For me, it's good.
Yeah, for me, it's good, but I think it's... Let's check them.
Hey guys, how's my mic now? Because I know some of you were saying that I got quiet.
Oh yeah, okay. I agree. I agree with Tom very much. Tom was saying in the chat that the thing there was, it was the one time he actually underestimated them. And yes, I absolutely agree with that.
Oh, I see that now. That's a good point.
Yeah, because Crowley really did not see that coming. He really didn't. Because it was just something that was so fucking straightforward and just in your face and just way out of the water, like, I handcuff you, now you go with me, you know? It was pretty fucking amazing, and I'm, you know, it's almost weird that they only just came up with the whole idea now of the handcuffs. Because it's so freaking obvious. It's just like so useful.
Yeah, it's just like the melted down Angel Blade bullets. I'm like,
yeah.
And did you notice that Sam finally put the exorcism on a recording device now?
Yes, finally.
It's like they're finally learning.
Hey guys, I'm sorry if it's a bit noisy. I'm in the bar now.
It's okay.
But another continuity thing from Osric. Apparently, they forgot to put the anti-possession tattoo on his arm for one episode, and nobody noticed. So he was walking around, he just had like a bare arm. So yeah, they fail a little bit of that. Hey, interesting fact for you guys. Apparently, anyone anyone in the cast and crew can submit a script to the Supernatural to have it approved. Apparently.
Awesome. That is really cool. It kind of like Disney Studios works, because they also could have anyone submit ideas.
Yeah, Aldrich was thinking of submitting one. I don't know what he was going to submit.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but we said he could probably manage more continuity than the normal writers, so...
Okay, like, before everyone starts attacking Supernatural's continuity, at least we're not as bad as Glee.
Glee.
I mean, I'm a fan of Glee, but come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is your headphones?
Sam.
What?
Is your headphones plugged in?
Yeah, my headphones are plugged in.
Yeah.
Alright. Tom says there's an echo creeping.
Hold on. That might have just been my fault. I don't know.
Alright. But,
yeah, we won't talk about Glee, guys. I'm not going to bring
we don't
talk
about Glee now.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about Glee. We're just comparing it to continuity and how bad it could be.
Yeah.
Okay, so what all do we have on the agenda for the episode?
Yeah. Okay, so next we have Castiel's outburst towards Kevin.
Yeah.
And I actually have a lot to say about that because I felt a lot of Castiel's emotions in that scene, and I just the thing with Castiel is that he's a being that was literally created to obey orders and do his duty and to fulfill his function. And it is something that he has been struggling with because, he has been technically failing to fulfill his function for many a year now. But it's still something that's ingrained within him and something that he's supposed to do and something that's bearing down on him and something that he can't very much just take and throw out of his head. So I feel that he gets really emotional in scenes like this, particularly because he sees someone doing something that he has no doubt blamed and hated himself for doing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just with, It's a screw-up that he hates himself most for, not because he regrets rebelling for Dean, but because he regrets betraying Heaven, because Heaven was his home, and it was still something he loved, good or bad. And so in Kevin, in any other person doing the same thing, he sees the mistake he thinks he made, and it just, I understand why it gets him really emotional.
Yeah, and then he projected it onto Kevin, and...
Yeah.
I really sort of related myself to Cass a lot because I do that all the time. Like when I'm really frustrated about something or when I really need something, I will take it out on whoever's closest to me or whoever's involved with it. Like I remember one time, me and my little brother, we were supposed to be doing something for my dad, and it was really important because if we didn't get it done, then my dad was going to take my life away, and my life is codenamed for my computer. So I was sitting there, and John just was not cooperating. And I remember just, like, turning around, dropping the lawnmower, and being like, will you be quiet and just work, please? And he got really, really, like, sad. I felt so bad afterwards. That's one thing where me and Cass don't really relate. Cass is remorseless. I get really depressed if I hurt people.
Yeah.
I could totally get why Cass was so fixated on being so depressed. Not depressed, on so angry towards Kevin, because he wasn't angry at Kevin, he was angry at the world.
But yeah, and then the next thing we have is the part where I cried. The part where and you guys, I never cry during things at all.
Sure, he
But
does.
this scene made me cry so much, and I think you all know what I'm talking about. It's Sam's biggest sin is letting Dean down.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
No. I couldn't deal with that. That entire scene was just so emotional. I remember just sitting there. I was almost crying. Do you guys remember? Do you remember, Caleb? I was almost crying doing that because, Jesus Christ, you could see just the desperation on Sam's face.
I
You
know.
can see the sadness that has built up inside for like all those years of seeing Dean start trusting other people besides himself. And it's
Yeah.
because
And I-
Sam's always trusted Dean. It's sort of just
Mhm.
been like, I've always tried to
And-
help you, and every single time even though I've messed up, you've always went to other people. That's basically what he was saying. And I was like, shit, damn it.
Yeah, and you know when everyone was upset with Sam for treating Benny the way he was, we finally got some sort of confirmation as to why Sam was treating Benny that way, and I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
He was jealous.
Yeah, but like just to address some raising concerns, because in our part of fandom, I know people often get concerned because I don't even understand why at this point people feel like Dean and Cass's relationships and Dean and Sam relationship are, relationships competing with each other. But guys, I absolutely do not think that they were trying to show this kind of jealousy. I think it is a very legitimate, crushing feeling of letting your authority figure down.
Mm-hmm.
That is the biggest thing I got from that scene. It's that, it's the one important person whose judgment and opinion and everything you value, because they have a colossal authority to you. And because you love them, of course, but because they really are the one person whose opinion you care about. Because I do believe that, like, Dean is right about the one person whose opinion Sam truly cares about, and it just, it really showed how hard it is on him.
And not just an authority figure, but also, I would feel that way if I let down my sibling too. Not just an authority figure, like a sibling. That'd be horrible.
It's sort of like how this is not as extreme. It's definitely not as extreme, but I'm constantly relating mine and my little brother's relationship to Sam and Dean's. I'm going to do it again right now. During middle school, I didn't really have that many friends, and my little brother ended up becoming essentially my best friend. So we sort of just developed this sort of codependency on each other. My little brother would come at me, and we'd play games to pretend, and it'd be really fun. And it would just sort of, and it got to the point where we were each other's only friends, because my little brother had some bad times in elementary school, just like I had some bad times in middle school. So, but then when I got into high school, I made really awesome friends. And my little brother, he got so angry with me, and he got so depressed. He used to just sort of compete for my attention, and he used to treat my friends like trash because of the fact that he was jealous of them, because he wanted to be my best friend too, and we had sort of lost that relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So it's sort of just it's not Dean and Kat. It's not a sort of a competing thing. It's just sort of Sam feels really, really sad because he's let his brother down. And all he's tried to do is make sure that he was just trying to make sure that he and Dean were still as close. I can totally see why Sam would have been jealous of Benny. I can see why Sam would be jealous of Cass, because that's just what happened. You can't compare Dean and Castiel's relationship and Sam and Dean's relationship, because Sam and Dean's relationship aren't romantic. It is a strong brotherly bond. People who see it as romantic, I'm not judging you. You can totally see it that way if you want to, but I don't see it that way. It doesn't look that way. I've never gotten that vibe because I'm the same way with my little brother that Dean is to Sam. I take care of my little brother. I talk to my little brother all the time. For a while, he was the only person I could trust.
It's just a natural feeling to have with your siblings.
And if I were to start dating someone, I know my little brother would get jealous, not because my little brother has a crush on me, but because it would be taking time away from my little brother. That's just how siblings work.
Exactly, yes. And I'm very glad that we saw this side of Sam, because it's not that Sam was ever this perfect, insane-like or anything like that, but because Sam has always been very, very mature when it comes to emotions, controlling his emotions, controlling his feelings, because Sam is introverted and Sam is more reserved. And Sam is very receptive to others' emotions, and he's very empathetic, so it's just really... He always came off as someone who just dealt with emotions and feelings in a very efficient, matured manner. He never let stuff, splash over, so to speak. But in this scene, we really saw this side of him that it wasn't a screw up or anything like that, but it was something that made him even more imperfect in a way that really brings characters to life, and it was lovely.
Just everything about that scene.
Everything, yes.
Crushing.
It was everything.
I feel like that scene was sort of just the writers finally giving Sam and Dean that closure that they needed. Even though they didn't go anywhere with it, it's sort of just like with Dean and Cass in this episode. The writers have opened the doors for these characters to finally start talking about their problems. Because Dean's going to question Sam about all that stuff that he let out in that entire scene. And just like, Dean and Cass are probably going to talk about what happened, even though Dean's probably going to be pissed off at Cass at first, and Cass is going to be really depressed. Anyway.
But I actually have a question that I've been thinking of this whole time. How is Sam going to get better? Because it didn't look like he was getting any better before the episode ended.
Well, first of all, me and Gemma talked about this. There's been a lot of... Sam really showed signs of having TB, so we sort of think that there was a lot of physical internal damage, but we also think there was just a lot of damage done to his soul. So I really think next season, Sam's really not going to be able to do anything. He's not going to be able to get up and hunt. He's probably not going to be able to do that much research. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some sort of arc where they're going to have to go find something that can heal Sam, because we already know that the angels can't do it. Well, none of the angels can now. I mean, they're all fallen, but still.
Castiel's Grace. Castiel's Grace.
Ooh, that's actually... but...
Yeah, Castiel's Grace. If they get the Grace, then they can turn Castiel back into an angel, and he can save Sam.
Cass already told Sam and Dean that Sam was broken beyond his realm of power, But
I think now, whatever was happening to him stopped. I think he's now just mortally, physically ill. To be honest, I think it's just the strain on his body, because he hasn't slept or eaten in days. I think that's just the strain. Oh, what's your theory?
Right, my friend came up with this theory, this is something Beth was saying on our drive up, was that when Metatron created his spell, did he actually sacrifice Cass's Grace and destroy it to do the spell?
Oh.
Is it actually still around?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, ouch. It hurts to think about that.
But I think he didn't destroy it, because I think he's going to give it back when his vessel dies, like he said he would.
What?
No, I don't think he did. He just said, come back with your stories, didn't he?
He didn't technically say giving you grace.
Oh, that's true.
When your soul dies and goes to heaven, he said, come find me and tell me your story.
Yeah, it's like when your soul dies, so he's basically saying that Cass is just going to be another soul in heaven after this.
But that's interesting that fallen angels have souls.
Yeah, that's what I've been wondering for a long time, actually, so that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have the angel tablet, and the angel tablet gives you all the information about angels. What if the arc is not Castiel getting his Grace back, but what if they make a new Grace that's going to inhabit Castiel's body?
Oh, Amber's bring up a good point. Things are usually consumed for spells.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That's true. Cass does have a soul now.
Yeah.
He has a soul now, and I feel like if they go with the route of making a Grace, then they're probably going to end up. Then Cass is probably going to end up having to do something to the soul that he's gotten.
But
hey guys,
I think people keep... Yeah, you go.
Sorry, just they can do like full-on soul bonding now, soul to soul. Yeah. Just saying.
But, oh crap, I forget what I was going to say.
We know that Cass has a soul because if Cass didn't have a soul, then Metatron wouldn't have told him that he could come back to heaven. Because if you're soulless and you die, then you don't go anywhere.
Metatron actually outright said, when you die and your soul comes to heaven, find me and tell me your stories.
Yeah, exactly.
So Cass has a soul.
Yeah, Cass definitely has a soul. And what people keep forgetting is that fallen angels aren't exactly completely powerless. I mean, if they go with the continuity with Anna.
Yes, because Anna did have some powers.
Mm-hmm. She could see demons' faces, and she could move things a little bit.
But then again, Anna didn't fall like this. Like, it wasn't some sort of mass exodus out of heaven. We have no idea what this actual thing was.
Yeah, but I feel like it's the same. I feel like it's the same principle because her grace was ripped out and she had to go find it. So his grace was ripped out, so they should have the same things. The same thing practically happened to them.
Yeah, I do hope that they do it exactly like this because the thing is, I as much as I didn't like the idea of fallen Cass, in the sense that I liked it narratively, it just upset me personally. I have to say I loved everything about how they did it, and now I'm actually happy for it. But what I do wish for is for them to not try and turn Cass into another human character, but to keep his uniqueness and originality as someone who walks a different path.
Mm-hmm.
Because Cass is very much the other,
Mm-hmm.
And I want him to remain like that.
I feel like now that Sam's going to end up sick, I don't think Sam's going to be sick the entire season, but I feel like they're going to take advantage of Sam being sick, and we're going to sort of see a lot more Dean-Cass interaction, and we're going to sort of see Dean and Cass constantly butting heads, because Cass is going to be very unstable with his emotions, because he's had the angel version of emotions, he's never had the actual human emotions. He's going to be constantly barraged with these sorts of feelings that he's not used to. So we're going to see Dean and Cass probably yelling a lot. We're going to see probably Dean and Cass having some sort of emotional catharsis at some point, which is something they really need.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we're also going to get to see a lot. We might get to see more Sam and Cass, because I feel like Cass is going to feel partly responsible for everything that's went on this season.
Yeah, and more on that, I feel like the only reason that they haven't had a heart-to-heart yet is not because Dean isn't ready, but now it's Cass who isn't ready. Mm-hmm. But now I feel like since he has a soul now and he'll have all these emotions, that he'll be more ready now.
They've really set it. I really love how they've set the season up to show that Dean's emotionally ready to start talking about problems, but now everyone around him isn't. And it's sort of just like now Dean's finally ready, and if he would have been ready a few seasons ago, then it would have been awesome. But now it's sort of just, it's not. No one's ready to talk about themselves anymore, because now everyone else has went through equally crappy stuff like Dean has.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. While we're talking about emotional and stuff, I don't think I actually wrote it down, but can we talk about that Crowley outburst real quick?
Oh god, I wanted to die. Mark's acting in that scene is so absolutely outstanding, and can I just say, I absolutely fucking loved the fact that in the first scene in the episode, we saw a demon pretending to be human, and in that scene in the episode, we saw an almost human struggling to be a demon. I was just struck with that contrast, and I was absolutely sobbing.
And I guess I'm just gonna repeat my meta, but I feel like Crowley's soul, not just when he was a demon, but his whole life, he has been alone and he's been stomped on his whole life. And when he went to hell and he got off the rack, he thought, maybe I could change it here. And that's what motivated him to climb the ladder of hierarchy in the demon world. And when he finally got there, he thought everything was going to be all fine and dandy. But when he called for help, nobody came to rescue him.
I really don't know how I feel about that, because to me it sort of diminishes the awesome, badass villain that Crowley's grown to be. I don't like picturing Crowley as sort of this emotional, oh, I'm so depressed, I had a sucky life, and I thought I had a good life in hell. I sort of just feel like I want Crowley to stay the badass, evil guy that he's always been. I don't like think of him as being uber emotional. I don't.
Well, I feel like the point of him becoming human was that he was emotional and that he has all these problems.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't think that is gonna remain a permanent feature or anything, because Sam did not finish the ritual, and I do think that he will, if not fully, then almost fully return to his demon self. But the thing is, it made him a more complex character for us, and an amazing thing that happened is that just they kept so perfectly just like touching right at the edge with him being a great character, because here we see him doing all those classically villainous things, but bam, in the next scene, here you go. Here he is getting emotional. Here he is being so almost human. Here he is making you feel for him and sympathize with him. And it just, one of the things I love most about Crowley, he's so freaking great.
And I swear, more on that last face he makes to the camera at that last scene, it felt like it was all an act. But I feel like, now that I thought about it more, I feel like he sort of almost became human, but as soon as Sam stopped, his old Crowley self started coming back more. Mm-hmm. And it would be really cool. I think it'd be really cool if he had like bursts of humanity just randomly.
Like, one of the things that really bothered me in this episode as a whole, I'm looking at the chat and I can see everyone talking. I think they should have used Abaddon a lot better in this episode.
Oh, definitely. I was really underwhelmed.
I wouldn't have liked it that much, but I think it was out of character for her not to completely decimate Crowley.
Can I just quietly mourn the loss of Abaddon's vessel here?
Oh, absolutely, guys.
Oh, Abaddon's vessel!
Okay, look. No. I am in denial. I think that she's a knight of hell and that she can get her damn vessel back. I don't care how. She's getting it back.
I feel like Abaddon's going to have a much bigger role next season, and I hope that role is in a female body. I feel like now Crowley's going to be on the run, because obviously Hell doesn't care about him, so he's going to go back on the run. He's going to sort of turn into the Meg character, minus the hinting towards like any like Crowley / Castiel sort of thing. I feel like Crowley's going to turn into the Meg character. He's going to be on the run from Abaddon, who is probably going to have some sort of price on his head, and Abaddon's going to be the queen, the super fabulous queen of hell, and she's going to just completely dominate everyone else, and it's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, I feel like I don't trust a male to act with Abaddon. I only trust a female to do that role.
Absolutely.
I only trust that specific actress because she was just absolutely incredible.
She was absolutely amazing, and again, I hope she gets her old vessel back somehow.
Ooh,
because it just.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I just wanted to tell some people that over the weekend, yesterday, me and Gemma were talking, and we had sort of gotten this headcanon about the yellow-eyed demons. Because I heard some people were talking about Abaddon becoming a yellow-eyed demon. Gemma and I are actually writing an uber-long fic, and we're not going to reveal everything, but this is one of the things we thought of. Azazel is a yellow-eyed demon, and he's also the General of Hell, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, Azazel, there was also an angel named Azazel in lore that was part of this group of angels called the Watchers. And what the Watchers did, they watched over humanity and they taught humanity things, but they fell because they started lusting after they started lusting after human beings. And
Yeah.
I had this headcanon that all of these angels fell, and then Lucifer accepted them and made them generals of hell. And when I feel like in show lore, Azazel locked away the rest of the Watchers, and that's why he ended up being the only yellow-eyed left. And I feel like Abaddon, if she did that, if they're going to go with what I just said, then I feel like Abaddon's going to raise the generals of hell, and they're going to be sort of the secondary bad guys, more yellow-eyed demons. That's what
I would love that. I would absolutely love that. And again, yes, I also absolutely, if they do change the vessel, I very much want it to be a female actress because it has, I cannot see Abaddon as a dude. No.
No. Like I said, I seriously don't trust a male to do Abaddon's character in the show.
And if they're going to get a female, then it has to be a female that is freaking, that is
gorgeous
as the other actress was.
I want another redhead.
Yeah, I want another redhead too. I feel like Abaddon probably has this sort of thing for redheads.
Possibly. It has to be a woman, and she has to be gorgeous because it's just like, it's not that it's not like value of her character is established threat or anything, but it's this distinct visual image that he has developed. It's not just, it's everything about her, including that 50s look that she wears.
Mm-hmm.
Because that just absolutely and completely slays me personally.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if they did get a male vessel, then I wouldn't want the male vessel to act stereotypically manly and burly. I would want that male vessel to have the exact same mannerisms and the exact same attitude as the female Abaddon, just because it would be a really cool thing to see sort of this. And I also want the male vessel to be like sort of androgynous, so it would be sort of a cool thing to see, to make Abaddon sort of represent someone who's not stuck towards one gender, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
yeah, I felt like Abaddon, the way that Abaddon controlled that body was very feminine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm sort of weary about having a male do that.
Oh no. And I really don't think they're gonna go for a male, because one of the most fun things about what they're establishing with Crowley and Abaddon is that there used to be a king of hell and now there will be a queen, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's perfect.
I feel like I kind of want her to sort of, like, I don't want them to have a definite vessel for Abaddon at first. Like, maybe they could give her a male vessel, but it's only temporary. Like, she says, this one's not for me. I'm probably going to find another one later. But if they give her a male vessel, I don't want it to be a permanent vessel, because that would just bother me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, overall, in the episode, I didn't like Abaddon's portrayal. It was very underwhelming. And can I just say how anticlimactic the vessel's death was? Really?
I thought it was completely unneeded.
Ugh.
Like,
I don't know.
I couldn't.
No, I didn't like it.
I kind of felt that like everything was in its place considering the sheer amount of action in the episode. Because I get it that they had to make some scenes really short, but I felt that it was because of how much they had to fit in. Because they literally took all the good things they have ever done and put them into one episode. I literally felt like it was all the things that are awesome about the show, all shoved into one big package of amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone else want to comment on how much like the holy oil affected her? Because I know with other demons, it makes them vanish for a little while. It doesn't like completely destroy them, and it doesn't kill them. But it seemed like if the holy oil would have stayed burning, then she would have died. And I think that sort of cements the fact that she was probably a fallen angel.
Because Knights of Hell are fallen angels. That is pretty canon.
Mm-hmm. But I really like that. I really thought about that. Like, I feel like no one else noticed that but me. So I'm just like, come on, guys. Did anyone else not notice the fact that she was...
I noticed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
Yeah, I agree, yeah, definitely an angel, so...
Alright, now we're gonna switch gears, and let's talk about Naomi for a while.
Oh, yes. Oh, gosh. Honestly, confession. I totally did not expect her to be telling the truth in her last monologue. I thought she was bullshitting the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
I did too. And then when, like, oh my god.
Yeah, because...
though, I don't think she's dead, though.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm sort of on the fence with that.
Well, the thing is, though... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Because he stuck it in her head, and when you apparently when you stick things in angels' heads, they're sort of incapacitated.
Yes, but she stuck it in a place in her head where we have never seen anything stuck, because no one has ever killed an angel through that, and he stuck it through this very certain place at the back of her head.
Oh crap! You know what I just thought of?
Yeah.
What if he took her grace, then killed her?
Oh, shut your mouth.
Oh, ouch! Yeah.
But then again, what if he took her grace? Why would he have had the need to take Castiel's grace?
Well, he took everyone else's grace too.
No, everyone else's grace was burned out of them. There's a difference.
I think so. Yeah. Honestly, I do think Naomi is dead, and I think she's dead for one simple reason. She needs to be dead to show how bad Metatron is.
Mm-hmm. But then again, I really don't see how killing Naomi really made him that bad, because Naomi, even though I felt really sad that she was dead, she sort of deserved to die after all the crap she did this season. In the end, she was still a villain. She may have started to redeem herself at the very end, but she hadn't redeemed herself enough to save her from dying.
Yeah, but a very specific thing was then to show you that she really wasn't that bad and make you feel sympathy towards her, and right after that, bam, he kills her.
Jeez, writers.
Hey guys, I've got I think you're drunk. Are you drunk?
Not quite yet.
Not quite yet. I've got a drunk steward here.
What?
Say hi. You're a steward, aren't you?
Yeah, how do you? I'm Scottish, actually, so that's the part.
It's Scottish with being a cowboy tonight. I just thought you'd like
Bill
it.
Compton.
What just happened?
I'm sorry, it's just really important things, so I might disappear very soon. I don't know.
Okay.
But I have a drunk person with me, so there you go.
Oh, okay. Fantastic.
Sort of drunk.
Drunkies!
Okay. Semi. But, speaking of Naomi's speech, can we talk about for a second that there are real heaven trials?
Yeah.
Because Kevin said he found something in the tablet that is real trials, but it says nothing about the things that Metatron's been telling him to do. So there are real heaven trials.
Yes, there are real heaven trials, and it actually makes me wonder but clearly now that all angels have been expelled from heaven, I do not feel like the storylines with closing heaven and hell are symmetrical anymore, because they can't have the same meaning anymore, because there are no dicks in heaven anymore, and you can't lock them up there.
There's only one.
Yeah, there's only one.
Oh,
but
guys, I forgot to tell you. You know I had that headcanon a while ago where Cass has no idea of social norms?
Yeah.
And would walk around naked. Well, I kind of brought that up to Misha, because he was talking about his wardrobe for season 9. And so I said, oh yeah, Cass should just be naked. So I went to Misha, oh yeah, does Cass have any idea about social norms? Or would he would probably just be quite comfortable walking around naked? And he just looked at me, sort of thought about it for a minute, then raised his eyebrows and just went, yeah, sure. So, then he did a little bit of a role play, and he's like, damn it, Cass, put some clothes on. And then he's like, and he just goes, damn it, Cass, it's so big. So,
okay, I have to yell for a second. I'm not really going to yell. I'm just going to be like, okay, inverse isn't happening. They're not going to make inverse happen. If they make inverse happening, I'm going to stop watching the show.
Yeah, they are. I
don't think
it's
going to be the same inverse.
No, guys, they are absolutely, definitely not going to make the literal end verse happen. Absolutely not. The one fun thing they can do to kind of tickle your brain is to have those tiny, teeny, tiny little like parallels and like like Sam's haircut, or like Cass's hair. How was that in 822? Little stuff like this that will make you go, oh, hi, it's a little fun parallel, but they're absolutely not gonna literally repeat end verse. It's not happening.
I have it. Sorry, I have it on rather good faith from a few sources that end verse is probably going to happen in some manner. It's not really paralleling; it's foreshadowing at the minute. So yeah, fun times.
But I think that if they do a sort of inverse thing, then it's not going to be like the Croatoan inverse where Castiel was a drug addict and had orgies. It's going to be a sort of inverse where you've literally got every single angel in heaven down, causing a rampage everywhere because they have been expelled from their home. They're probably all freaked out and worried as hell. They've still got that war between each other that I'm guessing they're still going to do because angels are a bunch of prideful fucks. And then plus you've got all of the demons now since they didn't close the gates of hell. You've got Abaddon, who's probably going to make a frontal assault onto Earth now that there's barely any angels around, and all these angels most likely have souls since their grace is probably burned out of them. So it's going to be an inverse in the sense that there's going to be a war between angels and demons. Castiel not being able to do anything, and yes, he's going to be depressed, but Dean's actually going to be there for him this time because he actually cares about something. He actually cares about Cass, just like he's able to care about Sam, who is human. There will not be an inverse where that completely mirrors what happened in Zachariah's inverse. It won't.
Yeah.
No. Because there's no way Zachariah would have been able to predict the angels falling. What that was to show what would happen if Sam said yes and Dean still didn't say yes, and how Lucifer would have taken over the world.
Yeah.
All right. So, do we want to flail about the falling angel scene for a bit?
Oh, of course we want to flail about that scene for a bit. That scene was everything because it's just...
It was the prettiest scene I've ever seen on Supernatural.
It was absolutely amazing. The effects were so freaking beautiful. And can I just say that my heart fucking exploded the moment Dean looked at the sky and went, Cass, oh god, no.
Did he say that? Like, word for word, he said that?
He said, God... What did he say? He said, Cass, oh God, I think.
He said, like, no, Cass.
You know what really freaks me out?
What
if...
Dean said, Cass, no, at the end, by the way, so we don't know whether...
He said Cass,
we don't know whether he was saying it because... Yeah, he didn't know whether it was because Cass was falling, or because it was Cass's fault. We don't know why he said Cass no, so...
What if Cass is waiting in the bunker with Kevin after he finally finds the bunker, because in Cass's scene, you could hear, like, the bunker, like, the bunker alarms going off. What if the moment...
The bunker alarms weren't going off.
What if the moment Dean sees Cass, he yells at Cass, and that just makes Castiel feel 10 times worse, and he just feels completely depressed, and he just starts sobbing.
There will be more about that, because we have an ask similar to that, so...
I'm not ready for this.
Now, actually, something I'm really interested about is, what is Metatron doing in heaven now? What is he just gonna sit there?
Hey, another fun story about this.
Yeah.
You know, we asked Misha about Cass. You know, if he had stayed in heaven, he would have been like the only one. And this was at the panel. I've actually got the girl here with me who asked the question. And he said that, you know, if it had just been Cass on his own in heaven, what would he have done? He would have just been like the only angel. He said he would have wandered around heaven naked, watched TV for a while, and done some other really random shit. So maybe Metatron's doing the same. Maybe Metatron's just walking around naked in heaven.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like Metatron is probably working on something huge in heaven. Like, I think he's probably either trying to manufacture new angels, or he's trying to sort of just do something else, because he has all of the knowledge that God had as to how everything in the universe works.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like he's doing something huge up there.
Mm-hmm. And do you think he's going to have a role at all this season?
Next season? Oh, yeah.
Metatron, no, absolutely, because they have established him as the big bad. I absolutely don't think that they're just gonna leave him sitting there, because, well, guys, like, the boys are sure as hell are gonna want to do something about him, because we do not yet know what their situation with the Fallen Angels will be, but the Fallen Angels are clearly going to be a part of the main arc, because they are a pretty fucking big deal.
Do you think he's going to try to, like, interfere with what's happening on Earth at all? Because it didn't seem like he was interested in that.
Yeah, I don't think he is. No, he is just this kind of... He is the kind of big bad that got screwed in the head with one particular thing, and it has made him peculiar, and he only cares about that thing. How he only cares about stories, or how he only cared about expelling angels from heaven.
I'm sort of hoping that, like, one of the arcs next season, or in season 10, will be they try and find God, because the way Metatron talks, he has no idea what happens to God either. So I really want God to sort of become a central character. I feel like I want them to find God, and then I want it to be revealed that the reason God left heaven was because he was dying. It's sort of like, if anyone's read Percy Jackson, The Olympians, gods are only as strong as people who believe in him. It's sort of like there's sort of this thing where there's a lot of people who believe in God, but he's so much weaker because people aren't as devout. So he sort of just left heaven to his own devices.
Yeah, I back you up on that, because Supernatural's also got that canon representation with the pagan gods, with the Greek gods. They're not getting as many worshippers now, so they're like weaker, they're dying out. So what if our God's the same? If less people are worshipping Christianity, what if our God is weakened and dying and so on?
What if the last scene of season 9 is God finally doing his last thing to help the Winchesters in their fight against the Angels and Metatron? And what if the last scene is Death finally appearing and reaping God and literally leaving the universe without a God?
I want that scene to be pretty too, with all these cool lights and effects going on.
It was amazing, and can we just say, we finally saw actual angel wings.
Yeah.
And they were
getting
feathery
burned
and they
from
were
their
white.
bodies.
Yeah, getting burned from... We finally saw it, and as all things in Supernatural do, it was burning on the ceiling.
As terrible as that scene was to watch, it was still, like, tearfully beautiful, because just the entire effects in that entire scene. You saw the angel, and then suddenly, oops, haha, you don't get your wings. Just kidding, burn.
I feel like they trolled us a lot. They're like, "Oh, you want Cass to fall? Okay, we'll make everybody fall. You want to see their wings? Okay, you can see their wings burning from their bodies."
I kind of feel like I really just want a lot of, like, I really want the last scene of season 9 being God dying, and then the pagan gods sort of catching wind that it happened, and then the pagan gods finally trying to take back the universe that God stole from them. And, like, I really feel like that would just be a really awesome thing for season 10. Like, say, they fix, like, by season 9, they fix most of the problems in heaven with the angels, thanks to the angel tablet, but then they've got their final thing will be the fact that now the universe doesn't have a god, and you've got all these pagan gods now trying to rise and take the throne of heaven, or trying to take control of the earth. I really would love if that happened.
Okay. We need to get things moving, because we still got to do some speculations for Season 9 and get to comments, but before we talk about the infamous bar scene, there was something tragically that happened right before that, and I'll let Silven tackle this one.
Wait, don't we have Castiel Falls as the next thing on the agenda?
We already talked about Castiel falling, though, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, so...
about everything.
Yeah. There was... I loved that whole episode, guys, but there was literally one scene in that episode that upset me, and it was the dialogue between Dean and Cass, where Cass said that he found one female, but it turned out that it wasn't a female. Now, look... I love Supernatural very much, and I love and trust the writing team very much, but sometimes, like all professionals do, they fuck up, and this was a pretty serious fuck up. A lot of people probably didn't notice it, a lot of cisgendered people, because cisgendered people are less sensitive towards this thing, and it's natural, it's normal, because it's something that really, if it doesn't touch you, you just don't notice. But I very much felt hurt by that scene as someone who's bigendered, because basically, look, Cass pretty much said that he had found a trans woman, but she didn't have the genitals he expected, so he didn't count her as a woman. This is literally what he said, and anyone who has ever, who has ever experienced this thing where your gender is invalidated because of what's in your pants, get hurt by that thing. And it's a very common thing for shows to do. Out of just the latest shows I've been watching, Scrubs did it, and the IT Crowd did it, and it's the one thing, the one kind of insensitivity that shows are really not afraid to be insensitive towards. They play it out as, people laughing at a woman because she, quote-unquote, used to be a man. They play it out as man being disgusted and not wanting to sleep with her because she, quote-unquote, used to be a man. And this was the one thing that was absolutely not okay, and it was also... I did not feel that it was narratively necessary. I got what the whole thing was about. It was about, look, Cass imitates Dean, right? Because Dean looks for women, and wow, look, Cass is looking for a woman. But you need a reason for Cass not to have done anything with that woman. Okay, let's make her a trans woman and have Cass be, quote-unquote, turned off by that because, oh no, wrong genitals. That was just Supernatural. I love you, but that was very insensitive of you. Please don't do that again. Please don't offend transgendered people.
Yeah, even if it wasn't about a trans woman, and it was about a drag queen, the point is people did get offended. It was worded badly, and it's not something that should be played off of for laughs anymore. Whether it was about a drag queen or whether it was about a trans woman, it was offensive, and it's not right when anyone gets offended. Some people aren't offended, and that's okay. And you may have interpreted the scene entirely different, but we're talking about people who were genuinely offended, and writers need to just try and word things a little better. We're not hating on the writers. We're saying that it could have been better for...
Critiquing like this is absolutely not hating on the writers, because, again, I do understand that they're not legitimately trying to be hateful assholes towards me, as a non-cisgendered person by doing that thing. I'm just asking not to do that thing again, because it is hurtful, but, it is very much a critique. It's not, oh, you're assholes, you hate me, I hate you now, no.
It was just horribly worded, and it offended people, and they just shouldn't do it again. We're not hating on it, we're just saying.
Yeah, and
we've already talked about how much we love the writers. Why would we hate on them now?
Yeah, and it's a thing that's very easy to avoid, because, unless you specifically do it, it doesn't really come into play.
And it made no sense. Like, it didn't need to be there at all.
Yeah, no, it really didn't.
Alright, now that we got that out of the way, let's tackle the big fish. The bar scene.
Yeah. The bar scene. Oh, God. Now, that was absolutely fucking lovely. Now, can I just, again, I have a lot to say about this, because, look, as a queer person, as a queer shipper watching Supernatural, I do get it that most same-sex couples we get are fairly, fleeting, and they're there for one episode. But the thing is, guys, as someone who grew up in a highly religious environment and who is queer, that scene was fucking everything, and it made me weep so much. It literally, I want to cry just thinking about it, because imagine being told your whole life that the kind of love you want to have is not okay with the thing you're supposed to believe in, and that it's an abomination while a love between a man and a woman belongs in heaven. And it's the second time Supernatural does this amazing thing where it goes, look, same-sex love.
Hey guys,
appears,
emergency.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay.
What?
Mapal? Okay, I don't get what happened, but anyway. It's like, look, this kind of love comes from heaven too. Look, we have a Cupid making this kind of love happen. It was such an amazing, equating, empowering experience. I just wanted to cry. It was unexpected, it was amazing. I did not care how short it was. I was so fucking touched.
And if you think about...
Oh, you can go.
You want me to go?
You can go, Caleb. Go. Right
Okay.
now. Talk.
Okay. If you think about Cupid lore and the Cupid we met way back when, these relationships they're supposed to go out and complete is predestined, like a long time ago.
Yeah.
So this was destined to happen, and heaven made it happen.
Yeah.
Like, I remember sitting, like, I was sitting there and I was like, oh my god, they literally just did that. It was
Hey,
two
guys.
guys. I fully, what?
Guys,
What?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but someone wants to say hello here.
Hello?
Hi?
It's a bit loud.
Hi.
Hi, can you hear me? I can't hear
Yes?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh my god!
you. I'm not an expert on the whole Destiel thing, but I just wanted to say hi.
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 We're
You
in
don't
a
have
bar
to be.
right
We
now.
don't talk
I'm
about
not
just
drinking.
Destiny here.
Have you guys even worked out who this is yet?
I spelled your name wrong when I signed it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
and
pretty sure we know who this
it's
is.
not your name wrong on the.
Did I spell my own name wrong?
No,
they
you know
spelled
what,
your
mate,
name,
you know
you're
what,
Osrio.
You're
Oh, I'm
Osrio.
Osrio. You know what? Osrio's not a bad mistake. I'm okay with Osrio. It's kind of cool.
Hello.
It reminds me of
So,
Sirio.
does that mean you're officially Osric Chau now?
No,
Osrio.
I do not condone that. Let's not do that.
All
But
the
I've
people that are
had
right
it
now are freaking
spelled so
out,
many
Osrio.
times, and Osrio is not a bad one.
Yeah, apparently our live stream.
I prefer Osrio to like ostrich or.
I feel like ostrich is
You
a
know,
very
French,
like,
we
nice
do that on
name
French,
to have.
like
they do that?
Astro, Ostrich, and Ostrich.
I don't know.
It's just like, hi, I'm complete Austro for the rest of the day now. No, I'm not. I'm not really. So yeah, guys, sorry, I just had to kill you all.
All right, so
Oh,
sorry to
God,
interrupt,
yes.
guys.
Yes, they can get on with their meta now. I
Okay,
know you're
get on with the
fans.
meta. All right.
I'm a big fan. That's
Nice
that.
talking,
Hi,
guys.
Osric.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
Now I get to go tell my mom that I talked to a famous person. Ha ha ha.
I talked to Osric Chau. I'm gonna go scream. I'm gonna see that super. I have a family. Okay, I have a family friend that is a family full of people who watch Supernatural. I'm gonna go tell them right after the show because I'm gonna go see them after the show.
Oh yes.
Okay, no, we've got to get back to our meta now. We can't completely disregard that.
Yes, bar
Yes.
scene. Oh yeah, keep
Okay,
it.
I was
Yes,
talking. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me collect my thoughts after that because I'm just, oh my god. Anyways. Okay. What was I saying? Guys in the chat, do you remember what I was saying?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
You were saying about it being predestined. We're talking about how
I was talking about how surprised I was that all this was happening. I remember sitting there being completely surprised that it wasn't just two people who were falling in love. It was genuine. It was actually heaven was mandating that two guys could be in love. And I'm just like Silven.
I agree there is something there.
Well, if he was a girl, it would have happened already, probably.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it has.
To be fair though, if Cass was a girl, he probably would have been killed. Yeah.
Osric again, ladies and
Hello. But also, I think it's really important. I think it's really important to note that the two men that they made one love were very much stereotypically manly, and they're the stereotypical
masculine,
image
yes.
of men that Dean has sort of idolized his whole life. And I felt like that was such
Yes,
a
exactly.
huge thing to see Dean witness that.
And can we talk about Dean's reaction? It wasn't like disgust. It wasn't like, oh my god, why is this happening in front of me? It was just surprise that these.
No. I literally, the thing I read on Dean's face when he was looking at them was, this is an option. This is an option, you know?
You could sort of see just like everything, like in his brain, being like, those are two big burly guys, and they like each other. And it was just, you could see he was kind of entranced with it. I was glad that he wasn't like, oh my god, that's just gross. Like, he didn't go, ugh, or anything like that. He didn't cringe.
Yeah.
It was a really good scene. And also, I just want to point out to anyone who didn't notice, did anyone else notice how the moment the bow pointed towards the viewers, Cass walked in?
Aww.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just saying.
And
But also, more importantly, it was Heaven that did it in front of Dean, because the big argument behind homophobia is that it's not biblically right. God doesn't approve it, and to have God prove it in front of Dean's face is just
it's so fucking meaningful, guys, because being a queer person growing up surrounded by God hates fags is one of the most morally degrading, crushing, terrible, self-hate causing things you can go through. And just to have Supernatural literally punch it in the face like that is one of the best things TV has ever made me feel in my whole life.
It felt really empowering as a gay man myself.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Like, that's sort of one of the things, like, the writers can be both really, really good and really, really bad with these sorts of things. You've got some
They're flawed, you know?
You've got parts in the show where they're genuinely trying to make it seem like, oh, this is okay, oh, this is good. But then you've got other parts in the show where it's sort of just where you get that sort of, oh, man, they're making us feel like a joke. But I really feel like this scene was groundbreaking Supernatural-wise because I don't feel like they tried to turn that into a joke.
Absolutely not. Nothing about that scene was a joke. I think it is very much to be taken at face value. As you know, hey, look, two stereotypically manly men can fall in love too, and look, Heaven endorses that. And it was absolutely very much relevant that two others, maybe less burly and berry, but, you know, manly men were in that same room who have had a lot of romantic vibes between them. I do think that it's very much relevant that it happened in front of Dean and Cass. It is not random. We are way past the point where something like this would not be meaningful STL-wise. It is a pretty fucking big nod, you know.
We did see the Ryan Curtis tweets. It's just by the time we saw those tweets, we had already made the plan, so we really weren't able to add them. But we will most likely... We don't have enough time to talk about the tweets. We've got like 20 minutes.
That's right.
You guys, we'll talk. If you guys want to send us asks, we've decided that now we're going to answer all the asks that we don't get to on the show. We're going to answer them on our blog. So if you want to send us asks about the tweet and what we think, then we're going to answer them on the show, on the blog. So just be prepared.
So let's get on to speculations real quick so we can get to these answers, these questions.
Yes.
I speculate that orgies will happen in season 9. Orgies will feature Dean and Cass and a bunch of men and women, and it'll just be nice. Sorry, my mind is completely just out there right now. I apologize, you guys.
So sorry, Shannon, I'm so sorry. If it helps, you still stood here. I'm still stood here with him.
What?
She's still sitting with Osric.
I'm still stood here with him. He's got a glow stick and everything.
Oh, okay.
It's still a little bit green as well. He dressed up as a Hulk last night. So.
Terrible.
Yeah, I'm suffering.
Genuine speculation. My speculation is season 9 is going to be the angstiest season to ever have angst in Supernatural ever. Because we're going to have Castiel having to deal with his emotions. We're going to have a lot of angels who are probably going to try and find someone to blame that'll probably automatically go to Castiel. simply because I feel like in the angel community he's become that. And we're also going to have Sam and Dean are going to be trying to talk a lot, and Sam's just going to be completely terrible because he's still trying to recover. We've got Abaddon. It's God. There is going to be a lot of anger.
There's definitely going to be like a lot of emotional talks with one another.
We're going to miss this season and episodes like Torn and Frayed because this next season it's going to be like every episode's going to be a Torn and Frayed episode. I can guarantee you. I bet we're going to get a lot of side characters that are probably going to be angels that we like that are probably going to die, and we're all going to be really
yeah. My biggest prediction for season 9 is, of course, that somewhere around mid-season 9, we expect canon DSTL. But aside from that, it is that the big bad, there are, like in this season, there are sort of going to be two big bads, because on the one hand we have Abaddon, who is not Crowley, in the sense that she really is not businessman-like in terms of dealing with the boys and Crowley. She just really kind of hates Crowley, and she's gonna very much act like a big bad, which is gonna put Crowley into a great character position more, and maybe become the sort of almost ally, like they used to have him as in season 6.
I can't picture them making him an ally after what he did.
Not an actual ally, but someone who needs to work with them because it is in his best interest. Because he cannot take care of Abaddon by himself, so he needs someone's help, and Crowley can very much use, any help he can find, and one of his biggest, bets here is the Winchesters, because the Winchesters are just this kind of boys who manage to gank any freaking thing. And then we have Metatron. Okay.
All right.
And then we have Metatron, the effects of whose spell I do think they are very much gonna try to reverse, because while Cass falling is something that we've expected, and that we know that Cass is gonna stay fallen for a while, I do not think that, I don't think that all the angels having fallen is something that will be taken as the new normal. I do think they're gonna try and reverse it, and I do.
Yeah, that's the question soon about that.
Yeah.
I'm going back to Crowley. I don't know if you guys are still talking about Crowley. But,
yeah.
With Crowley, I want him to die next season. But hold on. I want him to die in a completely awesome way. And yes, guys, it really is going to premiere in November, not October, November. Okay.
Okay, anyway. November, yes.
Okay, I was telling the people in the chat, I want Crowley to be going down fighting, and I want him to be going down fighting Abaddon. Because I can guarantee you Abaddon's going to be underestimating them. And I want him to sort of give her this sort of speech as they're fighting about the reason why he's lasted so long. And I want his last words to be about how he never underestimated the Winchesters and how she's probably going to die soon just because she underestimates them. Then he gets stabbed in the chest and dies.
I'm just so many painful Crowley feels, and the thing I'm most curious about is how the hell they're gonna deal with all those angels, and I can't wait to meet them. Yes. Yeah. Kaleb?
Go, Kaleb.
Okay. I have one prediction that I want to come true so badly, and that is for another fiery redhead lesbian to appear again.
Oh, yes, Crowley. Oh, Charlie. What do you say, Crowley?
Yes.
Charlie.
What if Crowley possesses Charlie?
No.
Oh, God.
What if
that would ruin her character. I don't want that.
What if Abaddon possesses Charlie? Like, what if, Abaddon actually appears mid-season, and they're going to be saying, oh, yeah, it's going to be someone that we've met in the past, and the fandom's going to be freaking out, trying to figure out who it is. And then Abaddon's going to possess Charlie.
No.
Thank you, Satan. Thank you, Satan.
No. No. I don't want it.
Are you guys okay, by the way? Have you recovered yet?
Yeah, sort of.
No,
No,
I'm not,
no.
but I'm trying to.
No, not even close.
If it's any consolation, Osric just gave his glow stick to Beth, so we're just sort of chilling. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm really just fucking with you guys now.
No, I loved him in Forward
You're
Unto
being
Dawn.
so mean. You're just like, yeah,
Shannon,
just
Shannon
right
loves you. What was it, Shannon? Shannon, what was
He
that?
was in a Halo thing, and I really loved that entire thing, and I was glad he was in it.
Oh,
That was nice.
I'll tell you in a second. It's getting loud. Sorry.
It's okay.
Alright. Just tell him we love him and we thought his acting was amazing this
It was
season.
amazing.
She's gone now.
This whole season.
Shit.
Aw. Aw.
Okay. We gotta go back to this now.
Thank you. He says.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And I really, also, on that, I also want to see more Kevin, which I'm sure we're going to see, but I would like that.
Oh, fuck, yes. Guys, can I just say, one of the biggest sighs of relief I breathed after the finale was that Kevin Tran didn't die.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my god.
Yes! It was
And
like, yes!
You guys,
Yes!
to everyone who thought the bunker was going to explode, the bunker was not exploding. All the technology inside the bunker was reacting to the fact that all the angels were falling and their grace was literally burning out of them. We've seen how when an angel's grace is actually in the real world, how chaotic it gets. So it was all over the world. Angel's grace. I guarantee you that the bunker wasn't the only place that reacted like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I got that vibe at first too, but the bunker's not going to explode. It's not.
No.
Yeah, no, I really
What
don't
if there's
think so.
more bunkers?
I am actually pretty sure there is more bunkers.
Okay. Alright, we have 20 minutes to get to all these questions.
Jesus.
Okay, then let's.
Lightning round.
Alright. Am I attractive to Seraphim asked, I'm interested to see how society reacts to angels. They aren't going to keep their mouths shut. Talk about it, please.
I actually feel like we're going to see a lot of people trying to kill angels because that's just what humanity does in these sorts of situations. We're probably going to see what.
Actually, I feel like the angels are going to try to take over humans, and humans are going to be like, no.
Yeah, I feel like there's going to be a lot of dissonance. I feel like there's going to be a few people who try and worship the angels until they realize how big of dicks the angels are. Mm-hmm. But I feel like just overall angels are probably there's going to be certain factions that want to keep the humans alive, and there's going to be certain factions that want the angels to die.
What if the Christians find the angels and they start worshiping them, but since they're fallen and they're not very powerful, they stop idolizing them? And that becomes like a key point to the downfall of God in your theory.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun.
A really good idea.
Yeah. I'm just kind of curious because I really feel like they're gonna go... Like, the angels are gonna go very different ways. Yes, Mapal? Did you have
Osric, are you coming back?
I'll
Were you guys talking
chill
to
out
me?
for a bit, but I will come back.
Promise?
Where are the cards?
Yes!
His voice. I recognized him immediately.
Yes, absolutely.
Hey guys.
Yeah?
Yes?
Do me a favour and maybe stay on maybe 10 minutes later. You will like this.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Definitely.
Special longer show today.
Yeah, special surprises.
Oh, okay. A lot of people are asking about the vessels. I honestly think that all of these angels probably use dead bodies as vessels.
Oh.
Or they all did, or because there are a bunch of really devout people across the world, they probably took the bodies of devout people who are probably all dead now.
It does make sense because I mean, Jimmy did pray for it to happen, so I do think that that is how it happened. I did find it interesting that, like, look, they were falling and burning right from heaven, right? Mm-hmm. With the wings and the suits and everything. How exactly did it happen that either they were all in vessels or we somehow already saw them like that? How? They're falling from heaven. They're not supposed to be wearing vessels there. It is.
But
It is
like,
interesting.
I feel like with angels, it's sort of like their clothes. I feel like angels wear vessels sort of like human beings wear clothes. They use it because it'd be kind of tedious to walk around in their huge images, and it's just sort of easier to just walk around in vessels and to just have their grace free flailing everywhere.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Are we done with that question?
Hold on, I gotta talk to people. And guys, you gotta think that a lot of it, the reason they probably show angels and vessels is because, first of all, it would take a lot of money put in special effects in order to constantly show angels in their true forms talking it out. That would just be really difficult to do. So, that's just what I'm saying.
Okay. Anonymous asked, can we have a poll to designate the new season's name? I have seen Season Fine, Season Divine, Season 911, which might only be funny to Americans.
I like Fine.
I like Season 9 great.
Hang on, I've got a group of people here. What do we like for Season 9? Divine, Season 999.
I like Season 9.
Season Fine. Season Fine.
I tag it GR9.
GR9, okay. Gr9? Gr9. Okay, Gr9 apparently.
Yeah, Gr9.
The thing with Season Fine, it's sort of like, it's either like Season Fine or Season Fine. And with Season
Someone
Divine,
literally just said that, yes, Season Fine or Season... It's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
And Season Divine is just, it's such a mouthful to me. Like, ooh, this is Season Divine. It doesn't roll off the tongue like Season Great.
Yeah, though everyone in the comments right now loves Season 911.
Yeah, I like Season 911 because I feel like it actually uses the 9, but
yeah, because if you try to do that, with all these others, it's like Season F9 and Season Divinine.
Yeah.
It just sounds
weird.
Go
with Lady Skylar and be like, Season, we're not fine.
We're not fine. No. But I'm sorry, it's like Divinine doesn't work. Divinine, no.
Yeah. Season 911.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, so either it's going to be Season 911, or we can actually post some sort of poll somewhere.
Yeah.
But
I like Season 911, but realistically, I'm just gonna call it Season Gr9.
Or we can just go full Russian and be like Season 9.
9.
Not Russian.
Sweetie, that's German.
That's German.
I didn't say German. I'm sorry, I'm dumb.
If you were going for Russia, it would have been Season Yet.
Yeah,
Yet.
I know that. I don't know why I said German or Russian. Damn it. I'm done.
It's
I'm
okay.
done with the world.
I
think Shannon's broken. I think Shannon's broken.
We broke him.
Yeah.
We broke
by the way,
Shannon.
guys.
Yes, sorry.
By the way, to someone who said on Tumblr, it's not Misha. Misha's gone back to his hotel, but might possibly be a good surprise, but we don't know. It's a bit up in the air. So just give me 10 minutes after the broadcast, and we'll see.
Okay. Yes, we will. We will absolutely stick around.
But it's not Misha.
Yes.
Misha's gone to bed, basically, so it's not Misha. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. Alright. Anonymous asked, do you guys think someone will ask the writers at this year's Comic-Con about Cass getting new clothes next season? I think that's already been established. But, because I think it's a very important thing in terms of Cass's humanity, and asking the actors about that. What? This isn't worded right. Hold on. I'm getting texts.
Stop getting texts.
I'm getting texts on my Facebook because I'm getting texts all over my Facebook because I told everyone that I talked to Osric. So hold on.
Throw your phone away. This is a podcast.
Shush.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Stop.
And asking the actors about that won't really matter that much since they don't write the show. Okay, so she wants us to ask the writers, not the actors. I won't mind the trench coat staying, but humans do sweat, and human Cass has to have at least 3 outfits.
Dean's gonna take him into the Winchester super closet and get him some plaid. And Dean.
Oh yeah,
everywhere.
Oh yeah. I do think that they're gonna keep the trench coat, and I do think they're gonna put something different in on Cass. I think they're gonna do both things, because trench coat is very much a trademark of his look. And they're definitely gonna keep him because it is, as much as people can say that they're bored of it, we love it. We still love the trench coat, because we love Cass
become part
as
of his
he is.
character.
Yes, it's become part of his character, but they're not gonna miss the chance to shake us up by throwing some new clothes on him, and I can't wait for it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, they're going to keep, they can't get rid of the trench coat. The fans would get really pissed off if they got rid of the trench coat. Like, Sam and Dean, they have their regular jacket, so Cass should keep his trench coat. But I do feel like he's probably going to emulate Dean a little bit and sort of dress like Dean and sort of get that sort of thing going with him.
Totally. Totally. Cass absolutely emulates Dean. He does that with pretty much every aspect of human behavior, and he sure as hell is gonna do that with clothing.
Like, I feel, yeah, and to Nami-chan, the trench coat has reached the status of the Impala. It is just as much of a character as the Impala is. In fact, I ship the trench coat with the Impala.
I ship trench coat with the Impala.
Hi.
Hey guys.
Yes,
I did ask him if...
This is Blue Box Parchment, by the way.
Hi. I did ask him if he was going to lose the trench coat at all and if we'd see him in plaid. And he did say that he had a love-hate relationship with the trench coat. And he was like, do you really want to see the trench coat go? And people were like, no! And I was like, well, kind of, but not completely.
But he says it is the icon, and he's like, oh, look how many Castiels are here right now and all this. So,
So, honestly, we don't really know. He didn't give us a straight answer.
He won't give anything a straight answer, so...
But I think... A straight answer is completely foreign to Misha. I'm not even surprised.
But yeah, I think he'd be happy if they did get rid of...
I think he's happy either way. He would happily just walk around naked, to be honest.
Oh yeah, we did talk about that.
He did say he would walk around naked,
He was like, oh, Cass, no, you can't do that. And then, wait.
Cass is so big! So yeah, there you go. Sorry about that. We just had to interrupt there.
Oh, totally.
Okay.
So, there you have it.
Yeah.
Misha wants to rock.
All right. Well, that's the end of that.
Big penis.
Well, who's surprised?
Not me.
That man studied to be a politician. He is the master of bullshitology.
Okay. We went off topic there for a second.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
Anonymous asked, who do you think will be on the panel? And I'm guessing they mean the Comic-Con panel, right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, the Comic-Con panel.
Oh, can
I bet the Anonymous asked, my bet is for similar squad that was last year. Jeremy, Jared, Jensen, Mark, Ben, Misha, and Osric instead of Jim.
Probably,
yes, I agree. I think so.
Yeah, I feel like Osric...
Yeah.
I really want them to make Osric a regular character.
Yeah, I think Osric's going to be... I think Kevin is going to be bigger this season. That's another prediction.
I feel like he's going to be less of the... I'm trying to think of... He's going to be less of the prophet role and more of the sort of Men of Letters in training. He's going to be more of the information guy. I really want Osric to join the Men of Letters. I want him and Sam to be the Men of Letters, and then I want Dean and Cass to be the Hunters.
To be the Hunters,
I feel like after all that's happened this season, Sam's not going to want to hunt anymore. He'd be perfectly willing to help Dean out, but I don't think he wants to hunt anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. And yes, hell fucking yes to Kevin as a Man of Letters, because I feel like, look, while he was really thrown into the whole prophet thing, and while obviously you can't just be happy with something that happened like that, being a Man of Letters is something that responds to his natural talents, doesn't it? Because he very much wanted... Yeah, advanced placement, and he very much wanted to be some sort of scholar, I feel, and this is what being a Man of Letters will essentially allow him to be.
I mean, I honestly feel like the writers were genuinely surprised as to how much the fandom took to Kevin. Because a lot of people just completely hated everything that came out of Season 7, but then everyone just loved Kevin to death.
Yes.
Kevin and Charlie were like the best.
Yeah, how can you hate him? He was running away from the moose exactly like you're supposed to run away from an actual moose.
I'm sure one of you just said Trowley and not Crowley, and I just said just Trowley. I was at the 4 o'clock. Leave me alone. It's just...
All right, not the last one, because we got some in our inbox too, but Anonymous asked, can you talk about in how far Castiel will blame himself for what happened? Oh,
Castiel's going to completely blame himself for everything that happened, because that's just what Castiel does.
When the angels fell, the expression on his face was horrible, and he seemed too sad and guilty. And how far do you think this will affect his character development next season? I think it will have a big part of his character development next season.
Say, if you guys thought he was suicidal this season 9, he's going to be like, he's just done. He's going to be completely done. He's not going to see the point in doing anything now. He's going to think that he is the reason that the angels fell, which like he did do the trials, but it wasn't his fault. The only person that's going to be keeping him from killing himself is Dean. And even then, Dean's going. I can guarantee you, Dean's going to yell at him at first because Dean's going to think that Cass is the reason the angels fell. He's going to think that Cass went along with it until he realizes, oh wait, Cass, you're human.
Yeah, like look, Cass is going to be extremely, extremely, extremely reckless, and Dean is going to fucking scream at him for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of like in Charmed. These are Charmed spoilers, so if anyone's planning on watching Charmed, please mute these next few things I'm about to say. But in the end of season 3, one of the main sisters, Prue, she dies, and in the second episode of the 4th season, which is the season after Prue dies, Piper, who is now the new older sister and the leader, she starts becoming extremely reckless and hunting demons, and she starts to not care what happens to her or anyone else. I feel like that's going to be what happens to Cass. He's going to start hunting with Dean, only he's going to be doing stuff that can legitimately get him killed, and then eventually Dean's going to yell at him, and Cass is just going to say, I'm doing it because I hope they'll kill me, Dean.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, yes. It's just...
It's going to be very angst for Castiel, that's for sure.
It's just so fucking angsty.
Angst.
But yes,
No.
Can I just say...
No.
Can I just say, we are going to get so many things out of this Destiel-wise, because Dean and Cass are beings who truly understand each other, and who truly function on the same wavelength, and now they're going to function even more on the same wavelength, because they are going to be sharing an experience that is called being human. And they are just going to become... it is. They are just going to become closer and closer and closer, and I feel like they're going to bond a lot, and there's of course going to be conflict, but just I can't wait for what season 9 is going to doing for Destiel.
I really want there to be Cass really starts to accept himself as a human being, and he starts to really love himself as a human being. I want there at the end of the season to be a way for him to get his grace back, and he ends up having to choose. Does he want to be an angel again and have to go up there and take all the responsibility of heaven, or does he want to or does he want to choose Dean and stay in the hunting life with Dean? It's sort of just, I really want that to be a sort of thing. Castiel having to choose between Dean and heaven. Even though it's going to be really depressing, because I'm pretty sure it's heaven.
So, in other words, everyone's going to die. Everyone's going to die, and we're going to die of feels, and we're going to be all depressed and sad, and nothing happy will happen.
Yeah.
But
that's our prediction.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. But guys, the best thing about bad things happening is that bad things often happen to make way for good things to be able to happen in the end.
Yes.
Because it is a narrative, and you only get to good things through bad things. This is the only way things happen. And this is the only way they're gonna happen.
Okay, we need to sort of wrap this up and answer one last question.
No, but Caleb, we're staying on an extra 10 minutes.
Oh, right, duh.
Yes.
I'm waiting for Ben. I'm waiting for Ben to get back, and then I'll know exactly what's happening. But he hasn't returned yet, so.
Yes.
All right. Well, here's another question then. Arcadian Ambivalence, nice name, asked, "How do you feel about Metatron's characterization in his big reveal? Do you think the writers have an underlining meaning for his love of stories, especially since the story lover, a trait the writers and audience share, is the villain instead of the good guy?"
I sort of feel like the writers did that because they're showing how it would really feel to have a psychotic storyteller control the story. It's sort of like the writers' jab. I feel like it's the writers' jab at the fans for saying, "Hey, at least we're not as crazy as this dumbass."
I kind of feel like this part of the reason why Metatron is being portrayed like this is I feel like Metatron is someone who is portrayed to be similar yet completely opposite to Chuck. I can't help but compare them because Chuck is our biggest kind of guess of who God was, which means, probably Chuck. And they are portrayed to be these two scruffy, writerly, secretarial pole guys, but while one of them writes the story, the other reads it, and they are just that I feel like that difference and the difference in this story just makes them opposites through similar things. Am I making any sense?
Mm-hmm. I think
you just made a breakthrough, to be honest. That is actually a real breakthrough. Like, Chuck writes the stories, like, he tells them, and Metatron writes them down. Yeah, that's like, you made a major breakthrough there, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
We have to end the entire show with Gemma's question that she just sent into the inbox. I'm not saying we have to answer it now, but she said, "Hello, my darlings. If you could sum up season 8 in one sentence, what would it be?" That's how we're going to end the show, you guys. Just saying.
Okay.
If proactive, Metatron was reactive.
If we do that, I'm going to get the guys I'm with now to react to that as well, just so you know.
Okay.
All right. Next question was sent in by Nami-chan, who's in the comment section right now. And she said, "Hey guys, may I ask you a favor? I know you'll be talking about Season 9 in tonight's podcast, and I'm really looking forward to that, since I need some inspiration for my story for the Dean cast Big Bang. The main pairing will be Jensen and Misha, but I'd like to bring them together along the way with Dean and Cass falling in love in Season 9. My problem, however, is Sam's storyline in all of this. Yes, he's still affected by the trials, and Crowley is still there, and I have no idea what's going to happen to him. I don't even have an idea where to begin, and it would be really helpful if you guys discuss this. You always have amazing ideas." Well, thank you, Nami-chan. So stuff for Sam stuff for Season 9.
Okay. Okay,
what?
Sam stuff in Season 9. I feel like there is an area of things Sam should be dealing with. When we find out what's wrong with him being sick, there's going to be that. After that, there's going to be fixing his relationship with Dean after that whole talk they had, after that whole outburst. So that could be kind of re-establishing their relationship in a new way that would be... I almost want to say healthier, but it's not really the word. But basically, guys, that whole season 8 and season 9 is just going to be them reworking the unhealthy codependency into a healthier sibling relationship, because they are coming to a point where they can do it.
Mm-hmm. I have a great idea for you, Nami-chan. Why don't you try making Sam more attentive to Cass?
Hey guys, can Blue Box Parchment talk when you guys are done? Quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, do you want to go now? Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
I'll just talk with Caleb.
Okay. So I think a lot of the stuff hints at the end of the season for Sam in season 8 were about children and family, and I think that the chances of Amelia coming back with a baby are quite possibly there. I mean, I don't know if it will be definitely Amelia, but I do think at some point Sam will have a child.
Okay.
That's my call. Not necessarily season 9, but definitely into the end of season 10. I think Sam has a future in that, in a family. That's just me.
All right then.
Okay,
Thank you.
that's actually really cool. Well, there you go, Nami-chan. Why don't you write Sam a family?
Wow, that's I've never thought of that.
Yeah. And again, like I said, I also think it would be really cool for Sam to interact with Cass more often.
Yeah, I feel like if Sam did get a baby, it wouldn't happen anytime soon, so I really don't think that's going to happen in season 9. But I feel like it could happen, because, like, but then again, everybody Sam sleeps with dies, so I don't know. I'm still waiting for Amelia's picture to show up in some kind of newspaper about how, like, she died in some weird supernatural way that involves Sam's penis.
Oh, God. Either way, I do think that we're getting little hints that Sam's future is kind of... Well, it's related to, in some way, settling down.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like with what they need to do is, if anyone was going to do anything in a fanfic, like I want me and Jim to do this in our fanfic, they need to bring back Amelia. Mm-hmm. They left Amelia in the dumbest way ever.
It was dumb.
She walked into the hotel room and was depressed that Sam wasn't there. Then nothing happened. There was literally no point of having her in the story.
And then she came back, remember the whole Benny episode and Dean texted her and he went back and then she noticed him in the window in that whole bar scene and then that was it still.
It was really, really dumb. I hated how they ended it. I know a lot of fans didn't like Amelia, but it's just like with Bella. Just because fans didn't like her doesn't mean she doesn't deserve a freaking story. Like, it's literally almost what happened to Bella. You never find out what happened to Bella. Her character never got resolved.
I loved Bella.
I loved Bella too.
A lot of people love Bella, but the majority of the fandom hated her, so they got rid of her. Just like a lot of the fandom may have liked Amelia, but they should have. But a lot of the fandom also didn't like her, so they were like, "Sorry, Amelia, you get the boot." I loved Amelia. I loved that Sam actually found someone that he liked. I love the possibility of a love triangle between Hunter Sam and normal war guy. What's his face? I forgot his name.
Don.
Don. I hate that name. Why would they give that dude a name like Don? That's such a dumb name. Anyways. Oh, to anyone who's named Don, I really apologize. Oh, God.
Yes, Shannon, you are on the air. Please pay attention.
Are any of you named Don?
Just stop offending people, Shannon. Just stop offending people.
Oh my God.
Huh. Honestly,
by the way, I am just waiting now. I don't want to send you off air until I know for sure. So I just need Ben to come back and tell me what the hell's happening.
Okay, yeah.
I'm pretty sure our viewers don't care. We've got a lot of things we can talk about.
Yeah, we have a lot of things we can talk about. Honestly, with Amelia, I do not... I feel like Amelia's storyline was something that is meant to show that this is what Sam wants to go towards, but it is something that cannot work out just yet.
Mm-hmm.
Because he clearly wants this type of ending, but at that point it just wasn't possible for him. It showed him the kind of problems that he will need to tackle in the future if he wants to do this thing. And I feel like it was kind of it was him trying on that whole lifestyle, just like Dean did with Lisa.
Yeah.
And
oh, sorry, go ahead.
And him actually finding out that he does indeed want this. It's just that this time it didn't work out.
Can I just say how it was really cool how they really paralleled Sam and Dean as in, like, real life wise, as in them getting lives after they disappeared? Because, like, Dean was pretty much with Lisa for a whole year. He always tried to help Sam, which is something that Sam didn't do. But you got from the very first part of season 6 that Dean did not like this life. He didn't like living with Amelia. He didn't like living with Lisa. He loved Lisa, you could tell that, but the life wasn't for him. And I like how they sort of paralleled that with Sam. Sam, from the very beginning, he took to it more than Dean did.
Yeah.
It was sort of like, oh wow, I've got this new life, and then there's this girl that likes me. I really like this. I like this feeling of not having to constantly worried about all this crap going on in my life. It's just my life. I've got a life that doesn't involve me decapitating monsters and getting blood all over my plaid.
Yeah. So yeah, I do feel like Amelia's storyline was very much the purpose of Amelia's storyline, but they could not keep it up because they needed to get the main arc of the season going, and Sam really couldn't keep it up with Amelia being at stakes, because if she was, they would have. I don't want to say they would have had to kill her, but she would have been something very obvious for Sam to care for that could have been used against him, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like they kind of needed to sort of like set her aside for them to do this thing. Because, I mean, there really wasn't time for anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, to some people who are saying that Dean didn't love Lisa as much as he loved Ben, or he didn't love Lisa at all, I disagree. I think he did love Lisa to an extent. I'm not saying he was completely and totally in love with her, but I do think he loved her in a certain way.
I think he was in love with the idea of her, and the idea that he could have a normal life.
And I do feel like he really loved Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he wanted to be happy more than anything. He really, really wanted to be happy, but it's just not possible for him, not in a life like that. So, you know, it's just not
It is just
suited to
that
him.
the difference between him and Lisa and his and Lisa's lifestyle was something that made them being together impossible. And it took time to realize that.
I'm sorry for dragging your show out, by the way. It's just...
Oh, no one in the chat cares. They're like, yay, hang out all day.
it's just. I mean, if any of you want to go, you can, I suppose. It's just like I said, I don't want to send you off air until I know for sure what is happening. Because if I send you off air and something happens, I'm going to regret it for the rest of my life. So,
seriously, we apologize if we're keeping you from anything. And we apologize if, like, nothing happens that's really big, but we're just going on, and we hope that you guys aren't having fun.
Yeah, I'm not promising anything, but...
Alright, well, yeah. I think we ran out of asks, so... how about some...
Questions from the floor?
We've got a lot of asks, like, we've got,
I think, actually... You got quite a few to work through. I checked earlier, and I think there's quite a lot actually somewhere.
We've got Sherlockalypse. Your name is really hard to say, Sherlockalypse.
Sherlockalypse.
He says, "What did you guys think about the theory that Metatron couldn't use any angel's graces for a spell because the components were all related to human and/or angel love, and Castiel is arguably the poster boy for an boy angel for taking the loving humanity degree one step further, i.e. his feelings for Dean/humanity. Also, typically when ingredients are used for spell, they no longer exist after it's cast. Do you think Castiel's grace will be intact and that he can eventually recover it?" Can I take this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go back to the question. I feel like that is a very good point, because it's actually, I'm pretty sure it comes from this post that I saw earlier today, where basically outlined that every single component involved, like love. You had the Nephilim, which was a product of love, and which was a particle. What am I saying? Jesus. Which was a sort of symbol of love between an angel and a human. You had the Cupid's bow, which was giving love to human beings, and then you had to get the grace of an angel who loved humanity more than anything else in the world, i.e., Cass. So I really feel like that's a good point. As for the ingredients being used up, I 100% agree with that. I do not think that Cass will be able to recover his grace. I think he might actually have to manufacture a new grace out of his soul. If that makes sense. By using the angel tablet. So that's my 2 cents. Guys?
Yeah.
Oh.
I agree with that. I do think that about ingredients getting used up, we do find in all kinds of lore that is kind of typical for that to happen with ingredients. And yes, I do very much think that Castiel is a special angel, and that's exactly why his grace was needed for the spell. Now, in what ways he was special, we can of course speculate, and of course the most obvious, the biggest, and the most broad answer is of course, love for humanity, because yes, it does indeed seem like all ingredients of the potion have something to do with love between angels and humans. And I do think that it was somewhere along the lines of the grace of an angel who rebelled against heaven for a human, something like that.
To some people who are saying there's a chance that his grace could be recovered, I think that his grace his grace was the thing that set the entire thing in motion, and that it probably was converted into another form of energy, but I don't think that energy is going to be able to be recollected. I think that it was seriously used and transformed into something that can't be regained.
Because that's the whole thing about spells. The ingredients can't be just reused.
Yeah, like they'll turn into something else usually, but it won't. You'll never be able to use it again.
All right, guys, we had a spoil sport and someone ruined the phone, so I'm afraid not.
Oh.
It was all going really smoothly. Then someone put their foot in it.
What was supposed to happen?
For the record, we were going to try and tempt Ty Olsen out with free alcohol because he hasn't stopped drinking since he got here. And he was going to come out. Then someone was like, "Oh yeah, we're going to play cards." And then Wayne was like, "No, everything's got to go through me." So now Wayne's a spoil sport, and I don't care about saying that because convention is shit. So sorry about that. We almost did it. We had Osric at least.
Yeah, we had Osric. That's more.
Yeah, we had Osric. That's amazing. That's really awesome.
Yeah, I think he might tune in. He was like, "Oh, when do you broadcast?" And I was like, "Oh, every week, 2 hours." So, yeah.
That is awesome. It's epic.
It was fun while it lasted. So, sorry about people putting their foot in it. Sorry about that.
That's cool. Alright, okay. So should we end with Gemma's question then?
Yes, I think...
Oh yeah, just give me a second. I'm just going to head back over to these guys.
Oh,
and I'll go on mute.
Okay. Seems we're about to end the show. I hope you guys enjoyed your extra 20 minutes.
Yes.
I know I did. Can we all talk about how great of an episode it was today? We talked to freaking Osric Chau.
Yes.
I love Osric Chau. He is the most adorable, amazing human being on the planet, and my life is complete, and I have something to gloat to my mom and dad about.
Yep.
Alright, are we wrapping up now?
Yeah, we're wrapping up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, so the question.
Hold on. Me, Kaleb, and Silven are going to say what we think our sentence is, then you can do your thing.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Okay, the question was, to those of you who didn't remember, hello, my darlings. This is from Gemma, and Gemmic Wings. If you could sum up Season 8 in one sentence, what would it be? For me, it would be, I can't believe that happened, semicolon, what the fuck.
Mine would be...
Mine would just probably be Season 8, you rocked my socks off. Something along those lines.
This is the thing you...
Alright. Okay, guys.
She's getting herself over.
Do it.
Yeah, we're just we're not even saying. I think most of us got 4 o'clock. Most of us. Yeah, 4 o'clock. We're not here right now. So yeah. So yeah, thank you everyone for listening. And I'll let these guys sign off because they've done such a great job.
Aw, thanks.
Okay, thanks for watching, you guys. I love you. We love you.
We love you all, seriously.
Y'all are amazing. Thanks for sticking with us. Thanks for sticking with us through the technical difficulties at the beginning.
Yes, guys. Thank you so much. It's okay. It's
fine.
okay. It's your first time doing this. It's okay. Thank you so much for being so patient with us, and we have such a great audience asking great questions and just interacting together so amazingly. It's just it's lovely every time, seriously.
Honestly, guys, you guys are the reason we do this every week.
Absolutely, yes.
We would probably still do it if you didn't watch, but it wouldn't be as great of an experience, and it probably wouldn't be as fulfilling for us if you didn't watch. So,
yes,
we love every single one of you. You're all special unicorns.
Yes.
Yes.
I wish I could give my body to every single one of you.
You're all amazing. You are all amazing little ass butts.
In Misha's words, I would love to give my personal attention to everyone privates, but that would be both exhausting and unsanitary.
Okay, so farewell, guys. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Bye, guys. Thank you for listening.
We hope you enjoyed.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.